Your court television news starting now.
Good morning, everybody, and may I say good afternoon for my friends on the East Coast. And welcome to a breaking news update here on the NJCourts TV news channel. I'll be your host, as always, NJCourts in the hizzle. All right, ladies and gents. Well, as most of you probably figured, we were going to be waiting on an update because if you had caught our most recent coverage as far as the channel as a whole, it was on Mr. Jason Itzler, a.k.a. Mr. Based, who was just most recently arrested as of last night. Okay, so everybody's wondering, well, did he have court today? Is he still in jail? What happened? Well, don't worry, I've got your update. I'll answer all those questions for you. But before we get to that news, let's go down the line and say good morning and good afternoon, everybody. Since it's been a while, we've had some really killer shows the last few episodes, and I appreciate everybody's support. Thank you to all my mods. Thank you to all the members of the jury for being here and all your continued support. And again, thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to all the new members of the jury. We've had just a lot of new activity when it came to jury members and just subs within the last month. So I appreciate everybody's support, and welcome to all. But because we've had some really busy episodes, meaning that we, like, within the first 5 minutes, we already had 200 plus people in the chat, I didn't have time to go down the line and say good morning or good afternoon, everybody, which I usually like to do. So while we let those notifications go out, let me start from the top here. Also, I'd like to congratulate the first, second, and third folks that come in the chat that have made a little bit of a contest out of this. So let's start with that. So let me go to the top. And I think we had Mark Miller first in chat, followed by Super Roofer, and then Sir Vic Knocker. I think I said that right, in third. Then we had Bimbo claiming first, but I'm not too sure what's going on with that. So welcome, everybody, and good morning. We have Cesar Hernandez in chat asking, is he out? I will have an answer to that question for you, Mr. Hernandez, and welcome. We've got Slick Bella in the house. Ha! What up, Sunshinery? Good morning. Good to see you, and good to see you, one of the mods of those mod squad. What up, Spirit in the Sky Blue? Good to see you. What up, Roofer? Good to see you, my friend, and good to see another member of the mod squad up in here. We've got, hold on, Horse Choker in the house. All righty, already turtle heading. Okay, well, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Now, if it's hurting you, I may probably recommend you can still watch, but probably turn the sound down, because I have probably a type of voice that's not going to help a turtle head come out. I would probably prefer, if it was me personally, I'd probably have some type of soothing, like a waterfall, ASMR type of sound going on right now if I had a turtle head poking out, but that's just me. But I appreciate you joining anyways, especially if you're joining even from the toilet, as I used to always join many of Ski Mask Andy's morning rants and chats way back when. It's my favorite thing. Wake up about 6 in the morning, stomach's grumbling, go sit on the porcelain god, and then about that time's when old Ski Mask turning on his stream, getting ready to start his e-begging for the day. Those were the good old days. But anywho, I appreciate me being your porcelain god content for the morning. All right, good morning. Sorry, I lost my place here. Dawson, what up, Dawson? Dawson in the house, and another member of the mod squad. Good to see you, my friend. We've got Everything Everywhere Everybody, the Triple E. Good morning to you. I like that name. Let's see here. Okay, I think I'm back on track. We've got Miami Lady. Good morning to you. Good morning, Sicilian Princess. Welcome to all my members of the jury. We've got Blop in the house. What up, Mr. Blop Jones? And cheers to you. We've got Piper. Good morning, Piper. Let's see. Candy Kiss. Good to see you. And another member of the jury. Good morning. We've got Gold Girl 9 in the house. This third time no notification? That's crazy. So let me ask you this. How did you know that I was live, Gold Girl? Is it just when the stream went out, I guess? So once the stream went on and then it gave you the notification versus it used to give you notification prior. I think is what you're trying to say. I don't like that, so I'm going to see if I can fix that. Now, I do want to ask you, do you happen to have all your notifications turned on by any chance? Maybe by accident you bumped that off or something? I don't know. I'm just trying to go down the checklist before I see if it's something to have to do with YouTube itself. But hopefully we can fix that because, yeah, I don't like when no notifications go out. And I may have to start going back to doing my Instagram notifications, which I don't mind doing. It's just I do think I send a lot of those. There's unfortunately no way to mass send those messages to everybody on my Instagram contact list. So essentially I just got to go down the line, and I don't know who really wants those and who doesn't, And I hate to spam people that don't really care for the show or want those. But for the most part, I've had those people just tell me straight up, hey, do you mind not sending that to me anymore or take me off your list? And I do. So I may just start to continue the Instagram notifications to all those that are subscribed to the NJCourts Instagram page. But if you're not on Instagram and this notification system's not working for you, I got to figure that out. All right. We got Blop Jones with a $2 super chat that says cheers. Blop, thank you for starting us out the right way. We're going to add that to our donation goal, which, if you did not know, we hit it. We hit our fundraiser for the California trip. So thank you to all of those that supported that trip. We had some big donations that came through for that, and I appreciate everybody's support. I'm going to add this $2 donation to that donation goal, and we'll just keep adding to that because the more that we have to spend, we can do more fun stuff, and it also assures that I have some gas money to get back because I think the way I'm going to do this is probably rent a car from my location and just take it to California and then drop it off when I get back versus I was going to fly to California, then rent the car, then on my way back home, drop the car and then get on the plane and come back. But I think it'd be fun to drive there. It's not that long of a drive. We get to drive through Arizona, get on the old Route 66. There's a few stops we can make on the way there that I didn't get to do when the last time we did our summer IRL road trip when we went to Arizona. So I'm still figuring it out, but I appreciate it, and thank you very much for the continued support. I will definitely add that over to that fundraiser. And thank you, Blop. You guys know what to do in chat. Spam them gavels if you got them, please. This gavel slam goes out to you, Blop Jones. What up, Juan's Casa de Puta LLC? Dang, now you're an LLC. Getting all business-like now. Woo-wee. But good to see you, my friend. Make sure I didn't skip anybody up here. And if I did, I apologize. It was not my intentions. I do get a little sidetracked every once in a while. Yeah, right, every once in a while. All right, we've got Not That Amy with the Free Saint going down the line. And good morning, everybody that's joining that maybe not participate in chat. So if I didn't have a chance to say good morning to you in the chat, good morning to you, no matter where you're watching from. Nosebleeders and all, even for the haters. All right, going down the line. Where'd I get that? What up, Sonics L Scar? We've got, yep. Yeah, Hey, you know what? I'll tell you what. From some of my, I don't even like to call them predecessors because they weren't even a news channel, but for some of those people, and you probably know what I'm talking about, they used to make you sit down and listen to an hour's worth of music while they got intoxicated because, like most of these people that come on the camera, they just can't do it sober, so they've got to get intoxicated. And this individual used to make you listen to shitty music and watch them drink shitty-ass beer until they were ready to do their live stream. So, if it just takes me a few minutes to say hi to everybody, hey, I'm all for it, and you can wait. All right, here we go. Almost to the line. But we're almost there, so patience. We need a lot of it these days, What up, Steve Mill? Good to see you. All right, we got to the bottom. See, it wasn't that bad. Jeez Louise, man. All right, but thank you and welcome everybody in the chat. So let's get right to the news. We got almost 100 people in chat. I appreciate y'all. We had a late notification, and apparently from some of the individuals in chat, especially my members of the jury, my notifications are not going out. So I will figure that out, but hopefully at least you get the notification when the live stream starts. I would hope, and it sounds like it is, so at least we got that going. All right, so we're going to just go. So pretty much what I'm going to do today is just direct you guys to the now, guess what? Because remember we had checked yesterday, and nothing had been populated yet, but I said just wait. Well, something has been populated now on the New York State Unified Court Systems website, which is what we've used to refer to the court cases that we followed from the individuals hailing from the state of New York. So they have now established a case number for Mr. Bass, a.k.a. Jason Itzler, from the incident or the arrest, that happened yesterday evening. And, Blop says they got a notification. Okay, so we'll figure that out later. I'll get with those that, and especially if you haven't gotten any the last few times and you have Instagram with me, DM me and we'll see if we can figure it out together. But hopefully we can figure it out. Like I said, first check to make sure you got all notifications turned on, because sometimes that does get turned off even though you're still subscribed. Start there, and then if that's still on and you're not getting them, then DM me. What up, Kai? What up, 501 Dimebag Chris? Welcome, everybody just coming in. So what we're going to do is we're going to refer to that website like we always have for Mr. Base in the past, for control of pretty much everybody that we've covered that's been from the state of New York. This is the same website that, again, you guys can access. It's publicly accessible. It's free. You don't even have to have an account. And you guys can check on all these other well, at this point, I think just one individual right now that's in the system, Mr. Base, and update yourself if you like, or you can just wait when I have my updates. But again, that's going to be the website I'm going to be referring to right now, and here we go. Because they've got some information. Apparently, he had his hearing today, and they've given us some disposition well, not necessarily well, I guess you can call it disposition information, but basically they're going to tell us what happened from today's hearing, okay? Because I know a lot of you were asking. So don't worry, I'm not just smoking you here. As always, as it says in the thumbnail, I do have a court hearing update, and I'm going to share that with you in about 1 minute. Here we go. Thank you guys for your patience. All right. So let's start here first. Let's start with the results. So again, let me make sure you guys can see what I'm looking at. Excellent. Let me clear the screen here. Cool. All right. So when you do the name search for Mr. Base, a.k.a. Jason Itzler, this is where it's going to take you first. This is the first page that'll populate. So basically, you see there in the little purple now, there's a case number. And what we're going to do, we're going to click on that said case number. And you see it's got an appearance date, which shows today. It shows the court that he appeared at, which is the King's Criminal Court, the judge that he appeared in front of, and I believe that's the courtroom number or department number. All right. But again, we do have a case number, and when we click on it, it's going to give us a little bit more case information. So as always, it's going to start with your defendant information. Oops, see, that's why I checked, because you guys can't see what I'm looking at. Hold on. I'll get you there. I forgot with this website, it's kind of funny. I got to keep sharing every page when I get there. Okay, so now you should be able to see what I'm looking at. Excellent. All right. So at the top, we have our defendant information. We've already pretty much, again, because this is not the first time we've covered Mr. Base. A lot of this may not be new to you. Now, let's jump over the incident arrest. Incident, okay, so the incident that this arrest, remember, the arrest was, not yesterday, excuse me, on the 26th. I apologize. Unless they got that wrong. Did I skip a day here? I keep saying yesterday. According to the according to the paperwork, says the 26th, and I'm sure that's correct. Today is Friday. Yesterday was Thursday. I think it was Wednesday. So that would be Wednesday night. I don't know why I kept saying yesterday. I guess I got a day and ahead of myself. But either who, and maybe I'm right. But anyways, according to this report, it says the arrest was on February 26th. But again, if you are not here, I do recommend you check out our last update on Mr. Base, because we had the pretty much victim from this whole incident come on, okay, and explain to what they could what happened, which answered a lot of questions, okay? For some of you that still don't know who I'm referring to, that was Alex Noel. Again, thank you, Alex, for coming up and taking the time out of your evening to fill us in and brief us on what was happening. So, that incident that he was pretty much referring to when, and again, if you haven't seen the Mole Mansion documentary, he does refer to this incident and actually shows you from a live stream directly from Sonic's live stream when it happened. But basically, Mr. Base allegedly was trying to pay off some people to go and disrupt a premiere of his first documentary, the one that he did on Mr. Base. Okay, now remember, this was after the incident when Mr. Base assaulted Jason and had pled guilty and was given probation on, and Jason assaulted Alex, not Jason. Jason is Mr. Base. But anyways, you guys probably caught what I was saying. But anywho, Alex had already had a protective order against Mr. Base, is where I was going with this, okay? So, when he was asking Mondo and Sonic and the others to pretty much show up to this documentary premiere and mess with it and pretty much, disrupt everything going on with Alex, knowing that he had a protective order against him, he knew he was basically violating that protective order, okay? And that's where this whole arrest stems from, okay? So the incident that I'm showing on August 23rd, 2024, I'm probably going to guess was the night of the premiere. The arrest was February 26th of 2025. And then Mr. Bass found himself with a court hearing this morning. What's chat saying? There is no case, even though we're looking at it right now. Let's see here. I'm just trying to figure out. Hold on. I'm going to go back to my own goddamn. Streamed 1 day ago. So the breaking news update was when? Let's see here. Let me go out of here. That was February 26th. Okay, so it's correct. Yeah, I didn't even realize there was a day that already went by. So I'm guessing then Mr. Bass, based on what we're going to read, basically had to sit in jail from the night he got arrested till this morning, because let's jump over to the information on, or conclusion on, what happened during today's hearing, okay? Which, when we go to, let's see here, appearances, let me just make sure you guys can see what I'm looking at. You'll see that he did have a hearing today. First appearance, it was an arraignment. It was today, February 28th at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And here's the outcome, /release status. It's the one I'm highlighting here on the right-hand side. It says adjourned, arraigned, he pled not guilty, bail requested by prosecutor, bail status, released with non-monetary conditions. Kind of like the same thing we saw with Controlla. Bail released with non-monetary conditions, okay? So basically, they ROR'd him. He was released today. I don't know if he's been released yet or he already has been. I'm sure he's going to go on live as soon as he does. But basically, he's been released on an ROR. He's pled not guilty. And they've got a next hearing scheduled for June 4th of this year. And that's... let's see here. Judge is to be determined, and the arraignment type, it says adjournment, okay? So basically, it's going to be a while till we find out what's going to happen next, unless something happens from, today's date in between the next court date, which is, again, June 4th at 9 a.m. of this year, okay? So, in case, I have to dumb it down a little bit, which I don't think for most of you this is going to affect you. For just the very, very... couple of you that are in here, let me dumb it down. Mr. Bass pled not guilty. He's out of jail, and his next hearing is in the summertime. There you go. All right. So let me jump over to chat and see what you guys have to say. It's just going to be a short update. Let's see here. Oh, for some of you that were wondering, I think just in case you forgot, we're going to do an update because I just want to fill you in. I did give you guys an update on my last episode, which was on the 26th. But in regards to Saint, he did have a court hearing that was scheduled for yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, but I had already told you that one had been pretty much rescheduled. They weren't going to be doing that court date anymore. Basically, I think we have him. Let me just start giving you guys court dates. And then once we get closer to his next court date, we'll do like another brief on his case and everything like that. And of course, if anything else comes up, like if he does get bonded out, if he does get released, I'll fill you guys in with that information. As of right now, he's still in custody, according to everything I've read. And then remember on the 26th, I think that's the day that I called when I gave you guys that update and actually called the jail and verified through them that he was still in jail and was being held on a no hold bond, excuse me. I always mess that one up. But basically, my last update was that he had obtained a lawyer a few days ago, a private attorney, and they had requested, again, they had submitted the request. Doesn't mean that the judge has approved the request or even set a court date for it. But basically, it looks like his lawyer's hoping to see if the judge will take another look at his bond and possibly maybe offer a bond amount, which again doesn't mean he's still going to get bonded out. Just means now there's an amount that if somebody wants to pay it, they'll release him. Okay, but as of now, or when I called, he was still on a no bond hold, or no hold. What is it again? No hold bond. You guys know what I'm talking about. Sorry. It's been one of those days. Anywho, let's get you some court dates really quick, and then I'll check in with chat. And that's pretty much all I had for you guys. Like I said, it's just going to be a brief update. I didn't know whether he was going to have court yesterday or today. Obviously, he had today. So basically, I guess Mr. Bass had to spend 24 hours in court or in jail, which I think last time he got arrested, I think he got out pretty quick. So I don't know how happy he was with that, but again, this is a hardened. According to him, he's a hardened jail guy because he spent some time already in the clink. But anywho, let's get some court dates for you on old Saint. Let's jump over to his case really quick. Share this tab. Okay, excellent. So remember, he's got 3 separate cases going on. And I'm not going to, I guess we can, I'll repeat the charges and all that again since it's quick. But let's start from we'll start from old to most recent. So we're going to go back to remember when he got in trouble back in a few days before Christmas, December of last year. That's when all this shit started, okay? So for that case, which again got bumped up from district court to circuit court because it's got a felony and it's a serious one, his court date will be for that for that case, which I think has a total of, I think it was 6 charges, 1 felony and 5 misdemeanors. But I'll get you the correct information here in a second. If I'm incorrect, I think I'm right on that one. I think it was not the most recent one, but one of his last cases that he picked up 5 misdemeanors, which included 1 felony, 4 misdemeanors. And then he picked up, according to what we read, another misdemeanor the day they arrested him on the arrest warrant. So basically, he's facing a total of 10 charges, 2 felonies, 8 misdemeanors is what I checked last time I did my calculation. All right, so let's jump over to the case that's going to be heard out of Washington County Circuit Court. Again, that's stemming from the incident when he got arrested a few days before Christmas of last year. So for that case, he is facing a felony charge of assault in the first degree, a misdemeanor charge of assault in the second degree, a misdemeanor charge of reckless endangerment, a misdemeanor charge of resisting/interfering with arrest. So that one was a total of what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me. So this one was 4. It's the other one that had 5. I apologize. I mixed them up. So anyways, his next hearing, it looks like they're going to go to a jury trial, and that's going to be set for May 1st of this year at 9:30 a.m. So that'll be a jury hearing or jury trial that he's facing for those charges, okay? Then he's got some charges here. Let's jump over the next case. And again, if you want more details about all this, you can catch the previous updates we've done just specifically on Saint's case. Let's see here. Okay, so yeah, this is the one where he's got 5 charges here. So basically for these 5 charges, which he's got a felony burglary in the 3rd degree, a misdemeanor of assault in the 2nd degree, a misdemeanor of malicious destruction of property valued under $1,000, and a misdemeanor of disorderly conduct, and then another misdemeanor disturbing the peace/disorderly. So total of 5 charges, 1 felony, 4 misdemeanors. For that case, his next hearing is going to be March 18th at 1 p.m. And then for the 1 misdemeanor that, according to what we read, and again, I'm still waiting hopefully for my FOIA request to get approved and we get those incident reports so we find out exactly what happened on those last 2 incidents. Let's see here. On the one where he just picked up the 1 misdemeanor, it looks like on the day they arrested him, which was a malicious destruction of property valued under $1,000. That one, he's got a court hearing on March 20th at 8:30 a.m. So I think we said 1 in May, or yeah, let's see, 2 on March 20th. I think they're different times, but I think they're both March 20th. Let me see. Let me go back. So we had 1 March 20th at 8:30. And then the other one is set for, I apologize, March 18th. So the one where he's facing the 5 charges, that's March 18th. Then the one where he's just facing the 1 misdemeanor, that's March 20th. And then for the original 4 charges that started all this, that one he's facing court on, we said, what, May 1st at 9:30 a.m. So, all right, let's see here. Oh, hold on. Blop. I did not forget. Thank you so much. In addition to that super chat earlier, Blop is celebrating a 10-month anniversary as a member of the jury. Blop Jones, I appreciate your continued support as a member of the jury. Blop with an LOL statement there as a member of a jury. And you guys know what to do in chat. Spam them gabbles for Blop, please. And Blop, this gabble slam goes out to you, my friend C-Dub, even you was coming. You said, fuck you, I'm out of this couch. Woo! And you are definitely part of the double OG squad there, my friend. Coming up to 1 year of support. And we've got people coming up to 2 years of support as members of the jury. So, again, I appreciate everybody. We're going to have a great time. I just started getting everything, the preliminary planning started for this California trip. And I'm excited. It's going to be badass. Somebody bought my chat. Hold on. I just noticed we've got 1,000. Well, I mean, with the Mr. Base coverage, I could see 1,288 people here, but I highly doubt that. Hold on. What? Oh, that was my binky that flew off. Let me see what the fuck is all that about. But Blop, I appreciate your continued support. All right. Oh, I'm sure. Why wouldn't he drag it on for as long as he can? You know, if it's going to make content for him, that equals money, right? Well, as long as the people that are throwing the money at him are continuing to do that, you know, the enablers. So, Ski Mask Andy update. All right, we can do a quick one on that for you, Michael. Let's see here. Let's check to see, one, if he's still in custody, so we'll check with the jail, and then we'll jump over to his case info and see if anything's changed. I think we know remember we did, and just in case you didn't catch my last Ski Mask update, which was just a few days ago, we actually showed his first two hearings. Well, his bond hearing and arraignment hearing was at the same time, but they were separate, kind of technically separate hearings. I actually was able to record those live for you, so you were actually able to watch him in court. So in case you didn't catch that, you might want to watch that. But in case you did and you're wondering, well, did anything happen since then? Well, let's check. It did. We just didn't go to it. Let me jump back over there. That's a good question. I'm sorry. I kind of didn't even go through all the information here. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I saw here. Let's go back to the case here. Let me make sure you guys can see what I'm looking at. All right, let's check here. So let's go back to case. Share this tab. Let's go to charges. Here you go. Oh, shit. Yeah, good question. Doug, come on, NJ. We got to see what charges he's facing. Well, I guess I'm glad that if there really is over 1,000 people in here, chat, I remember to show you what charges he's facing now. So, very good question. So, this is basically what I guess he was arraigned on this morning. So, let's read these together. All right. So, looks like he pled not guilty to all of these. And he's got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 charges, it looks like, according to this, with the top charge being a charge of criminal contempt. He's got followed by a second charge of criminal contempt in the second, disobey CRT. He's got a third charge of harassment in the second, physical contact. He's got a fourth charge of criminal contempt in the first. That actually might count. Hold on. I think that might be the same one. Yeah, so hold on. That's the same one we just read at the top. They just listed it as the top charge. So technically, let me take this back. He's got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 charges. Oh, wait, they're showing 7. I'm pretty sure it's 6 because the one I see a repeat. Yeah, I to be on the safe side, I want to say, unless they're charging him with 2 counts of the same one, I want to say it's probably safe to say 6, but they are showing a count of 7. But they do repeat one of the same. They show the criminal contempt as they showed as his more serious one, the one I read first. So we'll find out here soon enough. But maybe it is 7 charges, and they're charging him 2 of the same one, the criminal contempt. But anyways, he's got a 5th charge of criminal contempt in the first with physical contact. He's got a 6th charge of criminal contempt in the first with physical menace. And then a 7th charge of criminal contempt in the second, disobey court. That one also repeats too. So I think he also is facing multiple counts of the same charge. But we'll find out. I'll try to get all this, figured out to find out exactly if that is kind of what they're saying. I mean, if you read it just as it says, it's a total of 7 charges. And I just read them all out to you. And you can also read all this. Like I said, you guys can access this for yourself if you want to take some more time and, and look at this and put all this together. But basically, it also shows he pled not guilty to all these charges, which we had read that under the appearance information. There's going to be nothing under motions, I wouldn't think, right now. Go back to appearances. Yeah. So just in case you missed it earlier, he did have a court this morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time. He was adjourned. He arraigned. He pled not guilty to all charges. Bail requested by the prosecutor. Bail status, he was released with non-monetary conditions, meaning he was ROR'd. So he's either out now or he's in the process of getting out, and I'm sure he'll go live as soon as he does. But either who, he's got his next hearing set for June 4th, 2025. And it looks pretty serious, man. 9 a.m. According to the paperwork here, he's looking like he's facing 7 charges. I think they might be repeating some, but I'll figure all that out here in a bit. And then when I do, I'll let you guys know. All right, let me just jump back over to chat, see what you guys... hearing is maybe, so usually what happens is when I post my thumbnail, okay, my live stream, got my banana looking all nasty there, excuse me, it was my breakfast. Generally when I post my live stream, what'll happen is you'll get a notification then. And like, say for example, I'm going to do a live stream at 12 o'clock and I post my notification at 11, okay? Generally, at that time, you'll get a notification letting you know that, hey, NJCourts will be live in 1 hour. Do you want to set a little reminder for this or not? And then most people set a reminder. That way, once I go live, it'll notify them. But what I'm guessing, what it sounds like is that first one didn't go out, but the second one, which is once I go live, I think is the one that everybody got, is what I'm imagining, because I'm wondering how some people found out I was even live if no notifications went out. NJ, what's the best website for background checks? I don't know. I've never had to really do any yet. I mean, generally, I just refer to all the public websites for everything. That way, it's stuff that you guys can access. I mean, the only time I've had to pay money is when the government charges me for either, FOIA requests, information, which generally they're not charging you for the information. They're charging you for the time it takes for whoever got the information put it together. Same thing with the body cam footage. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. But I haven't had to background check anybody. Yes, the live one, but the 31, the reminder didn't. Okay, thanks, Sunshiner. I'll have to see what's going on with that, because obviously a lot of y'all didn't get it, so that means it's a YouTube thing. I don't know. Do some of y'all have any recommendations in chat that have actually used one? Because there's a bunch of them, and I hate to tell you, and that's why I don't want to refer you to one that is not going to be good or waste your money, because let's just put it this way. When it comes to those type of services, I can tell you this. You get what you pay for, okay? So if you see something that's going to be free, they're not going to give you the information, obviously, you're looking for, okay? If it's going to be more stuff that you're particularly looking for that obviously you can't find in the free searches, which is basically just names and addresses and old phone numbers, then that's when you're going to have to pay for it. Those are the sites that I don't even know where to start to refer you, because I've never used one. Obviously, I don't think it's the same sites that the government uses. I would imagine they probably use a third party, but I don't think it's going to be the ones that are advertised for the public. But who knows? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Let Alex up on panel, NJ. Oh, what up, Alex? There's a couple of Alexes. One Alex is banned from here, not Alex Noel. I think you guys know which other Alex is. I thought that was the one you guys were referring to. Yeah, we definitely can bring back Alex on panel. Give me just 1 second. Let me just get the link here. Again, this is just going to, obviously I'm going to put it out in chat so anybody can try to come up, but this is just going to, I'm just going to have Alex come up and see what he'd like to chat about and fill us in on. And we'll go from there. All you fake Alexes, thinking I'm a rookie, like I was just going to click on you and bring you up so you can go, hey, little weenie, little weenie. What's Dobby doing? Chilling. Dobby's got that old man thing going on now where his little tongue hangs out when he starts falling asleep. It's cute. All right. Hey, Alex. Cool. There's Alex. All right. Let's bring up Alex to the stage. Actually, good afternoon now. Alex, how are you today, sir?
Good afternoon. What a large span of charges we have here.
Holy schmoly. Yeah, man.
A lot more than last time.
For sure.
I was even shocked at this, but so let me walk you through exactly what went down yesterday evening. So at around 1 sec, I'm just trying to give you exact times here that I got these calls.
Okay.
I got a call yesterday at 6:30 p.m. from a detective over at the 83rd precinct. She informed me that she was assigned to Mr. Itzler's case, and that not only were they pursuing felony criminal contempt charges against him for sending people to my screening on November 10th, but also 3 days after he was released from jail originally on August 23rd, he broadcast my phone number on his live stream. So because of that, that's also violating the no third party contact.
Okay.
So that is why the charges are repeated.
Okay. Thank you for clearing that up. So trying to figure that out. So I appreciate that.
So they're charging him originally for 3 days after. Also, they informed me that the warrant initially was issued on November 20th for his arrest out of Brooklyn, and it wasn't until a few days ago that they were able to actually go serve that warrant. But the warrant had been issued on the 20th after a detective had sent me a text with a photo of Jason's mugshot, which I'll show you right here. This has made its rounds on Reddit and stuff like that. And the source of that mugshot was from my text conversation with this detective who sent me a text saying, Mr. Noel, is this the person you filed the complaint against on 11/12/24? Can you tell me his name? And I said, Jason Itzler. Yes, that's him. And I didn't hear back from them again until yesterday, when ultimately I spoke to the detective. I went through everything. And then I got on the phone with a clerk from the DA's office and went through everything in excruciatingly long detail. The call was about 35-40 minutes long, where I just went through the charges with them, went through exactly what happened related to the charges, and that's where they were able to get the menacing and the physical contact and stuff like that.
So if I'm hearing this correctly, he is facing a felony then?
So it looks like he's facing 1, 2, 3, 4 Class E felonies, 2 Class A misdemeanors.
Okay, the EFs. Okay, yeah. Okay, I see there the EFs then. All right.
And then I don't know I think V is just a violation.
A violation, okay. Wow. Yeah, that got real serious real quick. And then I guess thank you for explaining the August 23rd date, because according to the summary here, that's where they have the original incident date as, which was kind of throwing me off because I was like, August, what happened in August? But I guess that's what you're saying was when he had basically doxed your information on his live stream. And then the incident happened on November, where they came and he tried to, he did have people come and crash your premiere then. So basically those two incidents are what violated the protective orders, what the detective is stating then.
And the call logs really correspond with all of this. So the thing about the assault case that was so frustrating is the burden of proof on something like assault is so different than the burden of proof on something like violating an order of protection, right? So he's able to claim self-defense, and the DA's office, basically the Manhattan DA's office, says, well, we're not going to want to take this to trial. Here's a plea deal for a misdemeanor. He pleads guilty to the misdemeanor, and he's off and back at his own shenanigans, as long as he doesn't mention me or send any more harassment my way or anything like that. But he can't help himself, and he's so brazen with his harassment and intimidation. So what he did was, immediately after being released, violated again. And then when I had the screening, he again violated it. And I think, they take this really seriously, and there's such clear proof of his violation here versus the defense he will have to make for himself is much, much, much different from an assault defense.
Oh, absolutely. And then from our conversation when you were up here a few days ago, he got probation from that first incident. Is that my understanding? So
I don't believe he has probation from that. It's
Okay.
my understanding that he was that the order of protection was put in place, and that he pled guilty flat to the misdemeanor and was just released with time served,
Okay.
no probation.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if that was the case, then yeah, I mean, there's no going around that. If he did have some conditions, and obviously the one they're always going to place when you're on probation is don't get in trouble again. So, but like you just said, with the protective order, and that's why, and I'm not, we can refer to a few other different cases we've covered, but it is so important for people that if you are, a victim of an assault, or if you feel that, you could possibly be, it's important to get a PO or protective order, depending on what they call in your state, because one, in a situation like this, it's really not a second. It's not it's already, that person's already been pretty much told that they can't be around you, and that what they can't do, and they violated that. So there's really no oh, okay, you didn't know type of deal. It pretty much is a way to protect yourself, that if this person violates that or does harass you, they're going to get in some type of trouble. They've already been told by a judge, that they can't be doing what they were originally, what basically originated the protective order to be assigned, So, yeah, he's going to be, that's going to be one thing already that he's going to be facing, is the fact that he's violated the protective order. And then he's got the slew of all the other charges now that he's going to be facing. So,
the protective order, by the way, I didn't even request for that to be put into place. That's something that the state automatically puts in place because I am, in the state's eyes, a victim of a violent crime. And so they automatically put this protective order in place for 5 years. Just flat, that's what happens.
Well, yeah, and that's, like I said, I don't think there's going to be, he could probably spin it any way he feels like he can, but
I don't think there's a way to spin it.
This is all on camera,
It's all on camera, and the phone calls. He can't say he didn't make the phone call, because his phone called Sonic's phone at that time, and they're just going to look at those two phone numbers, look how long that phone call is, and correspond that to the video and say that's definitely Mr. Itzler on the phone.
Sure.
So in that case, he is definitely going to have to plead guilty or face trial. And the mandatory minimums for these felonies are 1 year each.
Yeah, I haven't even had a chance to even start going down and start, calculating everything to see what he possibly could be facing if he does get sentenced or is found guilty on any of those charges. It does appear this morning, I don't know if you had caught that I guess he pled not guilty to all of the charges, which, it's his right to, but obviously we'll find out more what's going to happen, whether they're even going to offer a plea deal or even go that route, I guess sometime in June, or see if anything comes up between now and then. But did you have a chance to go to his court hearing by any chance, Alex? I don't know if you're in the New York area right now.
No, I'm in the New York area, but I don't, because of the order of protection. I just don't want to be around the guy
sense.
also.
I would figure, yeah.
But his, the way these things work is they update at 9 a.m., right? So it's not like he, even if I wanted to go to the court hearing, by the time it was already updated and stuff, the hearing had already happened, I'm pretty sure.
Right. Have they, do you know if they're going to be asking for you to come down as a witness, or?
I don't think they're doing a grand jury on this.
Okay.
I think this is because it's out of Kings County and not Manhattan County. I think that this is going to be a much different process. It's a very clear, from what they explained to me last night, is that it's very clear cut criminal contempt, and that they're going to be pursuing the charges, and that they might ask me more on the phone to go into more detail about specific things, but that the videos that I've provided of Mr. Itzler being in violation of the protective order are very, very clear cut. So
Sure.
I have a lot more confidence this time than I did last time about him facing actual, prison time for this. Whether that's 6 months or a year, I'm not sure. But again, like, I think this is all a slow process, and I think people out there, especially in like these online communities who are watching this stuff on the regular, don't understand that the wheels of justice turn incredibly slow, and that I'm still working as hard as I can with like investigators and with anyone I can to provide them with as much detail as possible in order to prosecute Jason Itzler for crimes not just related to attacking me, but for crimes related to murdering Julia Sumnick by giving her GHB in 2010.
Allegedly, from your opinion.
Well,
Not saying I don't agree or agree.
from his
Just
own mouth.
yeah, thank you. Just for my own.
In the
legal
words of
protection.
Jason Itzler, he
There you
gave
go.
Julia Sumnick GHB that resulted in her death.
No, I'm like I said, I have my opinion. I'm sure most everybody here knows what it is towards that individual. I've shared it before, but I'm certainly very interested to see where this is going to go. And obviously, and I would hope, especially for the people that do follow this channel, that they would understand that, like you said, yes, the wheels of justice turn very slowly, and I mean, especially when you already, you brought up the fact that this warrant was issued out in what, October? You said last
November
year,
20th.
November 20th of last year. And you see, obviously, they arrested him just a few days ago for it. So I would hope people can understand that. But I don't think, like you said, like before, I don't think for those that may be taking Mr. Bass's side in all this are gonna. I think they're gonna realize that this is not gonna be like any way he's probably tried to spin like the past.
They see an ROR and they're like, he's free.
Right, yeah, and
That's just
the
New
thing
York.
is, we already said that we knew that was going to happen, but
Yeah, last time I was on here.
I mean, the guy is now facing you counted out the felonies and saw those charges. So if you faced those many type of charges, maybe you can appreciate. But for those of you that don't, it's serious, man. That's some pretty serious shit. So, and I he speaks a big game, but I mean, I don't even know if he's even going to be able to afford a private attorney at this. And I'm not saying that public representation is not all that great, but I'll tell you what, most people probably would, facing the charges that he is at this point, would probably want to seek some legal representation through a private firm, just because it's that serious, in my opinion. So I wish you all the luck in this, Alex, and I hope you get the justice that you deserve.
Well, he's got a whole other avenue coming his way as well.
It looks like
civil attorney as well.
Well,
and get two attorneys for the price of one at this point.
Well, and I appreciate you coming up and sharing all the information that you can with us. So, and I'm sure as this starts progressing, you're probably going to be advised by your attorney to not be speaking as much, on the case, as far as the details that you can or can't. Obviously, these are all public, details and information that we all can read online, so it's not like you're.
Yeah, I think my attorneys are. I have a meeting with them later today, but like,
good.
My attorneys are well aware of the fact that I have publicly reported on a lot of this stuff for a while, and that like, it's something that I am passionate about, because in the end, I'm the one who needs to be able to call Julia's mother and say, okay, he's going to be put away for this amount of time. And here's how it all went down.
Right.
And I promised her that when I made the film on Jason and she participated, that I could help her bring some kind of justice. And it's just something that I'm not intending on giving up on just because I finished making that film. It's something that I'm going to keep pushing for, because it's just, to me, like such an egregious miscarrying of justice that this person's still out on the streets.
And I agree, and I can appreciate that. So I commend you for what you're doing. And like I said, I wish you as best as luck. You know, like I said, as far as the channel, I can't speak on the channel's behalf, but myself, I'll be supporting you. Let's see
Appreciate you.
here. I had one question if you can't answer. Did by any chance when you were had a and I think this is and I'm just kind of reading off a chat a bit. Did they talk about or ask any questions or mention anything about possibly Sonic or Mondo's involvement or any charges
So they
being pressed
asked me,
against them?
yeah, they asked me about them, and my response was they were specifically asking about Sonic because he's the one on the phone with Mr. Bass.
Right.
And what I told them was one that like these guys are not like aware of the order of protection. They're not like aware of how that works or third party contact or anything like that. They were just kind of dumb live streamers thinking they were doing something funny for content.
Right.
And they didn't realize how serious what they were engaging in was. And the DA and the detectives agree with that. And I think they might reach out and try to talk to Sonic, but I don't think they are interested in pursuing like charges against him.
Okay.
Because again, there's no order of protection between me and Sonic.
Right.
And Sonic is not like engaging in conspiracy to violate the order of protection. He's
Right.
just kind of showing up as a third party who was you know asked to make that third party contact.
Right.
So again, like they definitely last night were asking me a lot about, they're like, do you know this guy's name? Do you know who he is? And I was like, yeah, I know him. But I just don't think that he was aware of what he was doing.
And I could agree with you on that. I think that's basically the case there.
And I spoke to Mondo last night as well. Like he's in my Discord server and we talked about it. So he's not worried at all either. Sonic might be worried, but Sonic maybe deserves to be worried a little bit. I mean, he sucks.
Well, let's just put it this way. I hope all the characters in all this can learn from something. And like you said, hopefully you'll be able to get some justice for Julia's family. And we'll have to see how this goes.
Let me leave you with one final thought.
Yeah, absolutely.
You said you hope somebody learns something. Nobody in the IP2 world ever learns anything. That is...
I could agree with you on that.
Tale as old as time. Thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, you're welcome, Alex. Hey, I appreciate you taking the time. Good luck with your case. And if you want to reach out, if you have anything else you want to share with me, DM me or contact me through email. But again, thank you for coming up and taking the time. Have a good day, sir. All right, everybody. That was Alex Noel. Again, much appreciate him taking the time to come up and fill us in on everything. I hope he answered all your questions. If not, you can reach out to me, and if there's something that I feel that is a important question that maybe we didn't have a chance to ask or didn't cover, I could definitely see if I can reach out to him about it. And again, you got to remember there may be some things he may or may not be able to discuss once this case goes further. Hey, Darlene Valenzuela, but I'm not done with that. I still have something, but I am going to take a pause for the cause because we've got a $5 super chat from Darlene Valenzuela that says, hello, friends. Hello back to you, Darlene. Darlene, thank you again for all your continued support. I appreciate it, my friend. You guys know what to do in chat. Spam them gabbles if you got them. I was searching for mine. I found it. This gavel slam. I love how Dobby knows as soon as the gavel comes up, he jumps off the couch, dude. That's hilarious. This gavel. Oh, no, he's back. This gavel slam goes out to you. Whoa, almost busted the binky. I knew something like that was going to happen. But again, thank you so much for your continued support, Darlene. All right. So, oh, shit. I knew I was going to fuck up my thought as soon as I did that. But anywho, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, back to Alex. What I was going to say is, I appreciate him coming up, and I'm sure as, this case continues, he probably, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be up to him and his lawyers what he wants to share, but, I appreciate, everything that he has, and hopefully we can find out more from him as the case progresses. But if not, I'm sure most of you can understand why. Also, if you have not had a chance, especially because a lot of the things that Alex was discussing, he was referring to his documentary. He's had 2 of them that he's put out, kind of having to do with like the IP2 community and some of the characters we've talked about. The first one was the Mr. Bass documentary. So if you haven't checked that one out, I definitely suggest you do. And then he just finished releasing the Mole Mansion documentary, which in the Mole Mansion documentary, you will see the incident that he was referring to when the call is placed between Mr. Bass, a.k.a. Jason Itzler, and Sonic when he's asking him to basically go and disrupt this premiere that Alex is going to have of this Mr. Bass documentary, which is where some of these charges are stemming from. So, and then we learned, which we didn't know, and I'm glad that was cleared up because we saw that the incident date was in there, and that was kind of throwing me off. That another incident that some of these charges have stemmed from now have been apparently from Mr. Bass putting out some personal information that obviously the police didn't feel was supposed to be done, and to where they have filed charges against him. So basically, it sounds like 2 incidents have led to the slew of charges he's now facing. Which, let's go back to those so we can count these out again and make sure how many felonies, or make sure we count out the right amount of felonies, and then figure out what the rest of them are, which probably are misdemeanors. I think we saw one that was said V, which might stand for violation. But let's go back and check it out. Give me 1 second. Let me get this back up here. I appreciate everybody coming into the chat. Appreciate everybody's support. Thank you, my mods, for being here and all your hard work. Thank you for all the members of the jury for being here and all your continued support. Let's see here. Share screen. Case details. Here we go. So let's go to charges. Make sure you guys are looking at what I am. Excellent. Let's count these out. So, and again, thank you for Alex for explaining why there is the multiple charges of the same charge, which now makes sense because it's stemming from the 2 different incidents. So he is facing a total of 7 charges. And we've got let's see here. EF, we're guessing, stands for felony, with the F is the felony. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I count charges that have the EF next to it. And then we've got 1 a.m., 2 a.m.s, and then the other charge, the last charge, has a V. So basically, if I was going to read this correctly, based on what I'm seeing, is we've got a total of 7 charges, 4 of those being felonies, 2 of them being misdemeanors, and 1 being a violation, if I read that correctly, which, as of today or this morning, Mr. Bass has pled not guilty to all 7 of those, with a court date scheduled now for June 4th at 9 a.m. to be continued. And according to the paperwork, I can't say that he's been officially released, like he's out on the streets right now. He might still be in the process, or he already has, and he's probably napping or doing what he's going to do. But I have a feeling as soon as he's available, he'll be live. But it does show here that they did ROR him, or release him on his own recognizance, and it was a non-monetary release, and basically means he's got to get his ass back to court come June, what did we say again? The 4th. So, we'll see how this goes. Like I said before, if there's anything that comes up as far as case notes, anything changes as far as dates between now and June, I'll let you guys know. I mean, shit. This going into kind of the summertime, which is generally a good time to visit New York, although I have already been to the New Jersey, New York area for court coverage, just in case you didn't know. Maybe we're looking to making this a second court trip or IRL trip here once we get back from the Cali one. But just in case you didn't know, we hit our fundraiser goal for the California trip. As a matter of fact, let me update that goal with the donations that we received today. And we're going. So, again, thank you for everybody that supported that fundraiser and donor goal. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff there. We're going to be doing some court-related stuff. We're going to be doing some fun IRL stuff. Really cool, and what I talked about before is we're going to be shooting a live documentary on the West Coast streamers, and I've already been in contact with some of them, and I've started to kind of preliminary get things set up, so I'm really looking forward to that, to show you I would call it a raw view and a non-scripted view of what a West Coast streamer's day in a West Coast streamer's looks like. So that should be pretty fun. It's going to be first for the channel, and I'm excited to bring that to you guys. Amongst all the other things we got, we're going to do a YouTube protest. We're hopefully going to get a tour of YouTube. I'm working on that currently, of the headquarters. They don't show you the whole thing, but they do give anybody that can get access as far as being a guest. They give you a pass which allows you in certain areas. Which, trust me, it's a badass place. I'd love to take you guys. One, I'd love to go there. I've never been to the headquarters, and two, I'd love to take you guys there. So. I'm really trying hard to work on that. So if any of you, because we've got about 1,000, if there's really 1,000 of you in here, and it's not botted. If any of you has a friend or you do work at YouTube, because generally they said the easiest way to just get in a free tour. I mean, they don't charge. There's not really. It's free no matter what. But is if you know somebody there. So if any of y'all work or know somebody there and can get me through the doors, be much appreciated. Reach out to me. But either way, if I can't get it through like a friend's way of referral of getting in, I'll have to see if there's a other way of doing this. So we'll see. I'll try my best. But either way, it's going to be a fun, awesome trip. I can't wait to get that going. I've just started getting everything planned out. I'm looking forward to leaving as soon as I can. So yeah, as soon as I start getting closer to that date, I'll start getting more details out to you. But let's update that dono goal really quick. I'll see if there's any other questions in chat, and then we'll probably call it a day. Let's see here. So let's update that. There we go. So we're at 587 to 500. We actually surpassed the donal goal, which is great because that means we can do some other fun stuff. That basically, my donal goal is just set for the transportation to get there and back. For most of you that know me, I just sleep in the car if I have a car. I'm not one of these guys that's got to sleep in a nice fancy hotel or motel room every night. That's what allows us to do a lot of these trips. Basically, I'm just asking for the transportation to get there and back. Food, we'll figure out when I get there. Same thing with all the other stuff. But basically, we've met the donal goal to get me there and back. That's all that matters. So I'm going to be heading out there as soon as I can. Just want to get some things get together. I do want to set kind of an itinerary. That way, I can, do everything I said I was going to do. I'm not going to waste a trip. That's for sure. So very much looking forward to that. So that's coming up. That should be a lot of fun, whether you like to follow me on the court side of things or on the fun side of things or both. So it's going to, offer you a little bit of everything. So even the haters might enjoy it, to be honest with you. So I'm looking forward to that. All right. So let's jump back over to chat. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any shout outs. I think I got everybody here. I sure did. Go back over here. Let me check my phone, make sure I didn't miss any notifications. Okay, no, that looks good. Don't see I missed any there. Check my other phone here. That's looking good. Excellent. All right. Well, if he's 5 foot tall, what's that make me, man? All right. But again, I want to say thank you to everybody that came out on this, kind of, I guess, late notification, since I know my first notification didn't go out. And I'm going to see about working on fixing that. So that way, hopefully on our next live stream, that's not the problem anymore. But just in case, if you do have Instagram, I suggest you become a friend of my Instagram. I guess that's how it works. Because I guess what I'll start doing is just sending out some notifications through my Instagram contact list in the meantime. So hopefully that will help for the people that have Instagram and that are friends with the NJCourts TV channel. But yeah, I'll see if I can get that worked up. Maybe it's something I just got to check if it's going on with the whole YouTube community, or maybe it's just my channel. We'll see. But thank you for letting me know about that issue. What else? Okay, it is Friday. We got the weekend coming up. So I probably have something fun because the weather's going to be pretty good here, and we've got a lot of events going on this weekend. So I think I'm going to do something fun for you guys, like a fun IRL stream, kind of like what we did last weekend. We did the Rock and Gem show. Oh, and I want to show you guys something. Hold on. See, I knew I wasn't I couldn't have been the only sucker. So I was at the dispensary the other day, And man, they've got my dispensary, the one I go to, they've got so much cool shit when it comes to the vapes now. I mean, to the point now where it's just getting too confusing. I mean, basically, I had like a 15-minute class with my bud tender to explain the difference between what distillate is, which is what I have been smoking, the distillate vape, to what now cured resin is, then live resin, which I thought, okay, I got those three down. Then now they got this shit called live rosin, not resin, rosin. So basically, that's pressed and made without any butane. It's basically it's the most expensive, cleanest vape juice you can get now. What I am a fan of now is leaving the distillate because it's just a few dollars more, and going now with the cured resin cartridges, which basically is they're using the good stuff, the good bud to make this, not the stems and all that other crappy parts, which is what they make the distillate out. So that was pretty cool. But anyways, while I was at the dispensary, I don't want to sidetrack too much, I told my bud tender about the cool-ass Dime Industries Collab Peach Iced Tea vape that I just finished up yesterday, I think. And I told him that, dude, as much as I'm not one of these people that falls for the bougie gimmicky shit, this fucking, not only was this battery on point, this is the only battery I've ever owned, which sucks that it's a disposable, that, literally you could like, even on the medium setting, heat setting, you could like fucking rip this like those big old fucking vapes, if you want to waste your shit and blow out a smoke, which we did on the 6K party. It was a lot of fun. Got to rip it like a vape and all that shit. But it just rips so smoother, better, awesomer, anything. Anyways, the experience was awesome. I loved it. I had a great time. I was almost going to buy another one. So I asked him, I said, do you happen to have any more of these? He said, we sold out that day. So I guess even if I wanted one, I can't get one. Well, at least at that dispensary. But I guess I wasn't the only sucker for the Dime Industries Peach Iced Tea collab with the actor/rapper Ice-T. Now, I know Dime Industries has their 2-gram disposables, but I don't know if the collab was the reason you got like the gold tip and the big old thick straw, and it's got like the gold, it's not real gold, but kind of gold plated shit on it. But the taste was awesome, experience was great, and yeah, I just wanted to share that with you because in case one of y'all were thinking about this, I totally recommend it. I know it's a little bit pricier, but I mean, I'm a cheapskate, so it's probably not pricier for the most of you, but I'm definitely digging, though, now switching from distillate to the cured resin. It's just a little bit more than the distillate, so. Try abstract. Jesus Christ, man. I'm barely learning about this shit. Don't start putting some new shit into my weed vocabulary here. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's insane. Well, I'll just put it this way, okay? That new shit, this live rosin, not resin, ROSIN is what I'm telling you, not RESIN. That shit pretty much a half-gram cartridge, not even a 1 gram, a half-gram cartridge basically cost you the same price as a 2-gram distillate cartridge or a 1-gram live resin cartridge, which is basically you're paying for half a gram of this live rosin. I think it was like $40-some, $45. So I guess it's that great, which I don't know. I mean, it's basically you're getting the cleanest distillate you can. If you don't want like butane, if you're very like concerned about what you put into your body, you're going to have to pay for it, basically, is what they're saying. Hey, Blop, I did grow remember we did the outdoor grow. You know that. I haven't done an indoor grow yet. I don't think I can do that this year. I don't know if I have the time to handle an indoor grow. I don't even think we're going to do an outdoor grow this year because, again, I can't. I'd have to be dedicated the whole summer here, which I don't think is going to happen this summer. Like last summer, we were here the whole summer. We did an outdoor. We were there plus more than the whole summer, so we did an outdoor grow. And for those of you that didn't follow my outdoor grow and are interested, check it out. It was awesome. First time growing, it came out great. Did an awesome job personally, and had fun and had some awesome bud to smoke for the last 4 months. I barely just finished my stash, and is why I had to go back to visiting the dispensary again. But it was a nice break switching from the distillate back to just straight green, and yeah, it was a nice break. Definitely miss it. And I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot, and it was just fun doing your own thing, Even if it's not weed, just growing tomatoes. Growing your own stuff's just fun. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Friday, TGIF, for those of you that work. Please take care of yourselves. Don't get too crazy this weekend. And if you do, just be responsible about it. Please, no drinking and driving. You see all these people getting in trouble, man. Don't start adding to the list. But I know you guys in here are basically a lot of good and little girls and boys. I know you guys aren't a bunch of bad apples, but I know there's some of you that are in here that are, and hopefully you're listening. Oh, wait, we were going to do a ski mask update. Hold on. I forgot I was starting on that, and then we did our interview here. Let's check to see just if your boy's still in jail, which who knows? Let's see if Boston Kelly got her check already from the government yet, thanks to you guys, the taxpayers. See if she's going to throw down her old rent check to get old ski mask out. So let's check with Tulsa County Jail first, see if he's still in custody. God. All right, let me share this with you guys. Well, it looks like he is, I can tell you that. But just in case you don't believe me. There it is, ladies and gents. So basically, if he wasn't in custody, you wouldn't see his information here. It wouldn't be available. So this shows that he is. Let's see if anything's changed. So basically, they told him, what was it, the day before yesterday, or was it yesterday that we showed his court hearing, his bond hearing? It's basically he was facing a $6,000 bond. And if he does get bonded out, the prosecutor and the judge agreed that he needs to have an ankle monitor bracelet put on him, since he tends not to come back to court when they do bond him out. So, doesn't look like anything's changed. He's still in jail. Again, like I said, if he does get bonded out, he's going to have an ankle monitor on him. Basically, he's got his next court hearing set for, let's go. Shit, if old girl had been arrested in Tulsa County, I guarantee you they'd probably see each other in the same jail. But she's in Rogers County, so she's in a different county jail. That's funny how, what a small world that they could have possibly been in the same jail facility. Obviously not cell together. So, again, remember, we got to go down to Tulsa County, and then we got to, fortunately, because, well, not unfortunately, but because Homeboy's got so many cases, they can't even fit all of them in. So once you expand the screen, we can go down to his most latest case. Remember, he's kind of like Saint. He's facing now 3 separate cases, okay? Now, I'm not going to go into all the details of it, but basically, let me get you court dates here. If you want the details, you can follow our last update on him. We went through it thoroughly. So basically, for the 2 counts of threatening an act of violence, which happened last summer on his parents, he's got court coming up March 11th. Let's see here. For the next case, which is for the obstructing an officer charge, date of offense on that one was of November of last year. That one he's got jury trial sounding docket scheduled for March 11th at 1:30. And then let's go to his latest case. So, yeah, so he's got 2 cases at the same time, March 11th at 1:30. Let's see what he's got for the violation of protective order and the malicious injury or destruction of property less than $1,000 charge. Those are from the date of offense of January 16th of this year. And he's got court for that on March 11th as well. So basically, they fit all 3 of his cases at the same time or same day. So I guess March 11th is going to be your next update unless he gets out or bonded out between now and then. March 11th. You got it, Sunshinery. Thank you. And I apologize. It was my fault for not getting the calendar up this month, so I'm going to be working on it for next month. I ask a lot of my mods, so I'm going to be helping them out with the calendar a lot because they're busy and I ask a lot of them. So that was my fault. I didn't have a chance to work on last month's calendar and put it up. I was the one that just slacked on it. I'm going to be working with Sunshinery to get this month's calendar because we got a lot going on for March. And we're going to probably do our road trip, so we got to put that on the calendar. So I'm going to work with Sunshinery, and we're going to get all that put together. And then I'll put it up. And once we get to March, which I think is going to be tomorrow, right? Do we have 28 days in the month of February? If I can recall, we sure do. So tomorrow will be March 1st. And what's the big one? What's basically St. Paddy's Day, right? March 17th is the big holiday for March. So for all my Irish, you've got your day of drinking. Well, the official day of drinking. Like, man, what happened to my Irish? I used to have a good Irish accent. March 15th is your official day of drinking, my Irish boys and gals. Well, that was all right. Anyways, all right, my friends, have a great, wonderful rest of your Friday afternoon. Please have a good one and safe one this weekend. We shall see you probably sometime this week. And if we do a fun IRL, sometimes I just get so busy and I can't. It's not that I go do something, I just don't take you guys. It's just if I don't do it, then I don't take you guys. But if I do decide to go to one of the many events that are going to be going on this weekend, I will definitely let you guys know, and I'll definitely take you with me. But just in case I don't, I will probably see you for sure sometime next week because, we've got a lot of stuff to follow up for March between all the cases that we're, covering now. So, and again, please try to, I know the notification thing's not working the best now, but if you're not subscribed, I appreciate if you could subscribe. If there really is almost 1,400 of you in here, that would be fucking cool if each single one of you could subscribe because that would probably add another 1,000 subs to me just today. Or at the very least, it'd be cool if we can at least get like 1,000 thumbs up since there's like 1,400 people in here supposedly. That would be cool. But either way, even if there really isn't, if you're not subscribed, I appreciate it. But if you are, just make sure you do have your notification turned to all notifications. That way, hopefully, if we can fix this notification issue, anytime I do have a breaking notification that goes out for a breaking news, you'll be the first one to get it. So, all right, my friends, please don't say I didn't tell you. Take those earbuds out or put your volume down. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just listen to me. You'll trust me. You'll want to. You'll be more mad at me if you didn't, because I know there's probably a lot of new people in here that don't know what the hell's about to happen. So one last time, turn that earbud down or just take them out completely. All right, so see, can't say I was a dick. All right, as always, don't forget to keep that head on a swivel. Check that 6 every once in a while. Most importantly, take some time to love somebody, please. I love you guys as always. And NJCourts is officially out. Dobby, you left me hanging. I know Rio's outside. Come on. Out. All right, he's kind of like, he thought it was like a snack. Hold on, I'm not out of here yet. Okay, now I'm out of here. Ladies, guys, have a good rest of your day. Have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully we'll see you this weekend. If not, we'll see you on next one. Be safe. Love you guys. Peace. Especially in the Middle East.